According to our science, the Big Bang occurred 13.7 billion years ago. There are dates in Mayan ruins that stretch back a billion times farther than that.
Come to think of it, we don't really talk about Venus much. Stay cool. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents. Okay, honestly, I don't even know what to say anymore.
Scientific preparations are concealed, not published. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweigh the dangers which are cited to justify it. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. Scientific preparations are concealed, not published. Scientific.
We're over the universe today. The article is called A Swirling Vortex at Venus' South Pole by Nancy Atkinson on January 21st, 2015. Now, I covered this story about a week ago, and I said that I would make a sequel, that this video would be continued. So guess what? Here I am. Do I sound happy? No, 'cause I'm not. Here's the latest view of the mass swirling gas and clouds at Venus' South Pole. The Venus expresses visible and infrared thermal imaging spectrometer, VERTIS, has been keeping an eye on the polar vortex since the spacecraft arrived and discovered this huge storm in 2006. This image was taken in April 2007, but was just released this week. Now, NASA and the ESA are public space agencies funded by public funds. And I believe the majority of all knowledge almost gained of our solar system, the public has a right to, especially since they paid for it. So my question is this: why on God's green and blue earth would science wait 8 years to release a photograph of Venus? I can't think of a single logical reason why you would need an 8-year delay. I mean, how would you guys like it if we delayed your funding for 8 years? I mean, I've noticed that, like, you guys get your money no matter what. No matter how well or how utterly shitty you perform, you get about the same amount of money. You guys can technically not go back to the moon for 50 years, and you're still getting a lot more money than you were 50 years ago. It all seems to be pictures of Mars dirt, or, ooh, look, a low-orbit astronaut just Snapchatted him tying his shoelaces on the ISS. You know, I am space exploration's biggest fan. And man, you guys are masters at throwing it in the dirt and coming up with confounding, befuddling, confusing, bullshit answers for everything. In the last 2 years, you've gotten so evangelical and loud. Science is perfect. Don't deny science. Science never gets anything wrong. Science gets a lot of shit wrong. Hey, guess what? Water doesn't come from comets or asteroids. Probably happened when the inner Earth core was cooling off. The steam was rising, got trapped in the atmosphere, came back to Earth. I found that in an ESA video from like the 90s. But of course, that makes too much sense, so they had to throw that out the window so they could gather up another $50 billion to go look, find out how did water get here. Who cares, man? You know, you guys spend a lot of money on crap that doesn't matter. Like, we need to figure out how the universe was formed. No, we don't. You know? If you figure out how the universe is formed, that's not going to prove anybody's life. That's not going to improve anybody's life. So you guys waste so much shit, so much resource, so much time, so that it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying don't fund that crappy shit. I'm saying don't get so cocky. Man, you guys are such a letdown. So, last week, I've tried to be nice, and I've tweeted many scientists and journalists asking, why could you possibly need 8 years before releasing this photograph? And the best bullshit answer I can come up with is that the truth of the matter is the way science is set up now is extremely anti-sharing. Whatever finds are made, those scientists want to covet that data so much so nobody can sweep in and use the same data, come up with different conclusions that might be better than theirs, and it all gets down to financial matters of by keeping the data all to yourself. You can basically keep the funding all to yourself, and your conclusions aren't going to be disputed until all your checks have been cashed. So overall, that seems like a pretty lousy reason to not release photographs for 8 years. But that is the state of science, man. Like, I would say science is worse at sharing than Wall Street is. That's saying a lot, man. And then that'll hoodwink and the like, oh yeah, no. They're helium photos of ice. Sorry. Yeah, we took one photo of sighting spring on Mars, even though we made a giant hubbub about like 55 cameras, rovers, and orbiters would be tracking its every move. Or even though, like, the Maven. We'll find out what happened to Mars' atmosphere. Then gets there, we get a photograph, and it's over. So it's either two things. One, modern science is the most selfish, self-centered, narcissistic outfit you could possibly have, where they're going to take a photograph that you paid for and they're not going to show it to you for 8 years. Or they are lying to us about everything. 90% of everything we know they're lying about. The moon, Mars, Venus, Sun. And hey, if you check out space agency salaries, even for like coffee getter at the space agency, makes about 100 grand. So everybody top to bottom, minimum, like your starting pay, is 100 grand. Seems more like hush money. Like, fly? Yes. Are you good at lying? Yes. Can you keep a straight face? Yes. Alright, here's $100,000. Now just go out there and sell whatever bullshit we tell you to. And I think this is dangerous. I mean, it's a $1 trillion industry that is the backbone of our war on terror. Last year, $1.5 trillion was spent on drones across the world. You hear NASA talking about the dangers of AI and singularity. You hear science talking about that shit. They talk about the dangers of a shirt that a guy wore the day the comet fails, and the day that the lander fails on the comet. Oh, we can't talk about that. We only give it 2 days battery power because this guy wore a shirt that would be pretty much acceptable in any situation other than a room full of academics who basically live in ivory tower bubbles. So I'm gonna ask you guys, I have a decent number of subscribers, but let's tweet or email some of these people. I'll put a list up, but ask them, be polite. Please, insulting gets us nowhere. I've already had so many scientists block me. I'd like to, keep the 5 who haven't. Because usually they'll sometimes answer me on normal stuff. But like this, like I said, I don't think that nobody can come up with a good answer. Nobody can come up with a good logical answer for why that would need that much time. So, please, take a minute or two out, tweet or email question, why would NASA or the ESA wait 8 years to release a photograph of the Venus Vortex? Thank you. That's it. We need an explanation, because they're getting worse. Which is bad. Everything's getting worse. And the heavens are supposed to inspire us. I mean, outer space is the one thing humanity can unite over. If I can get people to agree to the 100-year Earth truce, you have to take the war machine and transition them all into jobs. And solar system exploration, colonization, super city building, earth healing, those will be needed. That'll be a major part if we're going to save our civilization by agreeing, hey, let's just give up war. That dumbass caveman shit is over. You know? So at the end of the day, I always forgive everybody. But this is just so frustrating. Especially especially whenever I go on Twitter and it's always like, science is perfect. Science needs more funding. You dumbasses should stop denying climate change. Science is perfect. Science needs more funding. I'm like, hey, science, if you don't like the people so much, how about this? You guys just fund yourself. That way you don't ever have to answer us. You don't have to tell us shit. But remember, this is our money. We paid for it. We literally paid for your job. And I know you resent that. Tough shit, man. You know? God, is this world ever gonna stop just getting shittier? Okay? God bless everyone. Sorry if this one wasn't funny. So sick of, it's dangerous for me to keep calling a rogue military organization out. Man, I don't want to see the world fail, you know? I know the politicians are corrupt beyond repair, but science shouldn't be. It's far too open. Science is in a group of 500 congressmen. Everybody's technically a scientist.
Modern science agrees.
Alright. Have a good night. Sorry. Try to be fun next time. I don't know, I'm still in a bad mood. Okay?